Fit like Abdi, Danny Boy here, and welcome back to another episode of NIMBY Rails. So in the last episode we built our sort of commuter route that went between Dundee, the city of discovery, the city of discovery, and Aberdeen, which is the granite city. So it's just a little small commuter train, it's not that fast. It is heading up. This one's actually quite busy for reasons. Now, I've got a couple of comments got left that were extremely helpful. So, Hans, thank you for your comments. So he was saying that between 12 o'clock at night and 4:30 in the morning, there are 0 passengers, which kind of makes sense because not really anyone sort of travels at that times. It does kind of leave out the use for something like a sleeper train, because the sleeper train moves all through the night, and there still are trains in the UK that run a 24-hour service that if you go to a station at some point in the night, like at 3 in the morning, a train will appear and it will be going somewhere and you can jump on it if need be. But so that's why we're losing so much money. That's why I desperately need to learn the scheduling tool and how it works. It looks super complicated. It may be. It kind of looks like overwhelming when you first look at it. But I'll figure that out at some point. You also said when constructing train lines, having these little flyover things are more expensive than having viaducts. And it is true there, so that is a correct statement. So the problem is I don't want continuous lengths of bridge for like 90% of the track, because it crosses over a lot of roads. I just like these. Maybe if it was in the city and it was like an elevated train, I probably would use viaduct. I mean, we're about to be using viaduct today because we are going down to Edinburgh. Now, we'll do 2 parts of this. So we'll do the first one coming from Dundee. I also learned as well how to split tracks off, which was extremely useful. So from our station in Dundee, the train can continue on its route to go to the west towards Glasgow, and then we want to build a bridge all the way over here. Now it's going to have to curve round and come this way, right? And it comes down here to Wormit, where it rejoins the land here, and then it continues on its merry way. So we'll build that section of the line out to Leuchars over here, right? And then I'll build the rest of it offline that goes from Leuchar through Cooper, Glenrothes, Kirkcaldy, and then where we come to build the 4th rail bridge, we'll rejoin back up there, and then we'll have the 4th rail bridge come in, which comes in like over here. I wonder if you can see the little island. So there's the little islands over here. Is that them? The Binks, the Knoll. Yeah, I think it passes like over here. If I could actually see where the train line is. I can't actually, but I will use Google Maps to track it down. Inchholm Museum. I'm pretty sure it comes down this way, right? And then it heads along the coast. Because you go past the beach for some length of time until you get into... Yeah, I think it continues out that way. And then you get to like... come into Edinburgh. And then you come right in to here. This little section here, and the station is kind of underground, right there. We'll make the station underground, and then it pops out, and it like goes past the airport and stuff as well. So I guess if I found the airport, yeah, like there's the airport there. Yeah, there's the line. Look, so it actually passes at the end of the runway, which is pretty cool, and then it heads down this way. Yeah, I can actually see it. It should go past like Murrayfield Stadium there. There we go, past Haymarket. There's a large station at Haymarket. You can actually see it there. There's the platforms and stuff. And then it goes like pretty much underground until it reaches this. I think. Yeah, it does. Then it pops out here, and it goes back underground again and enters the station there. Where does it exit? Over here, look, and then it goes away. Okay, so we'll get that in. So suppose by following the line past the right, so past there, yeah, goes past there. So here, so it bridges all the way over this and then comes down. And then there's a station here at Queen's Ferry, and then it goes across there. Yep, there it is. There it is, right there. And then up, and we're away. Okay, so we'll build the one from Dundee first, and then I'll rebuild this stuff in the middle. So we're heading for Wormit, specifically this section right here. Now I'm going to have to zoom out to a point where I can see both. So let's go to track building. Let's go to viaduct. Now I want you, it does actually curve around. There we go, that's 51 million for that bridge to there. Now this here, right, so this is actually a curved section. It comes along here, it's bridges over these roads here, and then it curves around. I'm not sure if you can see it in the thumbnail photo that I posted for last night's episode, but if you were to Google it, you would see the corner. There's also lots of images of the first Tay River railway bridge. The concrete stands, or the bases of the pillars that head into the water for that bridge, actually still exist. They're still there. Now, if you don't know the story about the first Tay bridge, I think there was a storm or something. A train was crossing over the bridge in the middle of the night, and it got halfway across and there was no bridge. It collapsed into the water, and the train followed suit. And there was quite a fair amount of people on it, but I think a surprising amount of people actually survived. And there is a museum dedicated to the first Tay rail bridge, and the buildings of the current road bridge and the current rail bridge that is there presently. It's interesting. I remember going there when I was a kid. It made me terrified of crossing the the current bridge for many years. When I was a kid, I was like, oh my god, this thing collapsed into the river before. Is it going to collapse again? Alas, it never has, and probably never will. The ridiculous and copious amounts of money that the UK government spends on maintaining its very, very large rail bridges is phenomenal, so it should be good. Right, where am I? I'm heading for Lookers. I need to head over this way, and then down towards there. So that is fairly simple-ish. Yeah, we need a little viaduct over here. Now we will get a little commuter train that goes between. Why are you trying to cross over there? Ah, okay. Right, I'll place it there, although it should really be crossing right here and then going straight along. It does go past these are paths over here, these lines that run alongside the railway. And there's some weird structures and buildings and stuff. I think one of them's like an old waterworks or an old part of an old military base. Can't remember. But we are heading down this way. Now this section does sort of twist and turn, but it is quite a fast section for the train. Now if you were going to St Andrews, you would be on this train, but you'd have to get off at Lucas and then get a taxi or a bus, because there's no direct train into St Andrews. It is only like a couple of minutes. It's no time at all. They used to do a really good air show at Lucas, but it's not been held in many years. Used to go there sometimes when I was a kid. Great. We continue down here. This part is nice and straight, and then we're pretty much at Lucas. Then the next stop is Cooper. So there we go. That road there, you see how it's 90 degreed? Because that will probably be going under the train or bridging over it. I'd like the option to tweak this, whether it could be like the road going over or the train going over. That'd be a nice, interesting little tweak. Right, so the station for Lucas, right, is actually right here. See it? This is the crossover. Where do I actually... It's not a large station, not by any means. I think I'll actually just try and squeeze it in here. I'll make it like 100 meters long. Don't want to waste too much money on stations. There aren't really a great many people that stay at Lucas. It's mostly housing for people who work on the airbase, which is right over here, Lucas Station. This is all like base accommodation and stuff. So, I mean, I don't even know. There should be at least a populace. So if I click on this, yeah, there is some 586. It's probably slightly more than that if I could have captured this area over here. But yeah, so the train continues down this way to Cooper, but you would have to get a bus or taxi to St Andrews, and here is the old course right here. So that's pretty cool. There's also lots of old like sort of castle and historic buildings here in St Andrews. By all means, you can continue out. There used to be an old Air Force base here at Crail. There it is. And if you're into like drag racing and stuff like that, they do quarter mile heats here some Sundays, and it's pretty cool. It's basically like a car show. You get lots of tuned up cars and your old sort of old Fords and Vauxhalls and stuff. If you're into that sort of stuff, I used to be once upon a time, until I learned a very harsh lesson that cars are an extreme waste of money. It took me a long time to figure that out, but eventually I did, just in time as well. So that has cost us 78 million just to get there. Now that's not too bad, considering our viaduct cost 51 million. Now we're also going to need another large section of viaduct, obviously, to get past here. But once we get to Kirkcaldy, I will bring this back up, and then we can build the final section from Kirkcaldy across the river and in Edinburgh, and then we'll get the trains on the go. Okay, so we are back. Now I've built the line down from Cooper to North Queensferry, and I've got the the other end at South Queensferry ready to rock and roll. So we just need to join these two up, and this is going to be the fourth rail bridge. So we're going to need viaduct, and then basically send it all the way to there to begin with. Now I think what it is potentially this side over here is not viaduct, which is okay, right? And then we'll go to ground, and then we'll connect that up there. Now that is the bridge, so we're now 95 million in bridge. I'm pretty sure it would cost more than that, but that is the fourth rail bridge across there. And there was a little island down here in Scarvey. It doesn't seem to be on this map. It's maybe too small. However, they do have Deep Sea World. Yay. Right, so we've got that done, and then we'll continue the line down to Edinburgh. So there's a little station here at South Queensferry. There's also one at North Queensferry. There's lots of little stations that I've added. There's also an interesting little loop line that I will show you guys later. I've not actually built it yet. It's not a priority at the moment, whereas this line here kinda is. Right, let's get this down here and along there, and then continue in to. Now this needs to go at an angle or it's not going to work. Right, so this might have to be. I'm going to do tunnel for this. I can't remember if it is a tunnel. It's probably just a little crossover section. That's ground, right? Not tram ground, yes. Right, and then continue on down this way. Now, there are some other little stations we need to add. The first one is probably going to be Queensferry, and then we head down Royal Elizabeth Yard. So there's not one at Kirkliston. Wait, why are you heading out that way? We need to be heading towards Edinburgh Airport. Right, the train does branch off at Dalmeny. I think I've got that branch off yet. Yeah, so we are continuing, the correct way. But the train does branch off over here and go down this way. And I've no idea where it goes after that, but hey ho. That's a route for another day. Right, so we are heading down this way. We're going to be passing the airport soon. Just head all the way down here. Yeah, so here's the airport. There's basically where the lights are, the landing lights, the approach lights. This river here is quite big. Yeah, it's going to have to be viaduct. And then over there, right? And then ground me. And then we're going. Right. And then it's like the track gets kind of slow because it's like it really is traveling through quite a large built up area now. We'll be passing Murrayfield Stadium shortly, and then into Haymarket. Quite a busy from the centre of Edinburgh out to Haymarket. The train is always, no matter which train you get on, if it stops there, it's going to be chock-a-block, because there's a lot of residential area out there at Haymarket, and lots of people just jump on the train and nip into Edinburgh town centre to get to work or go shopping or whatever. There is a tram as well that heads out to Edinburgh train station. Now, what is this station? up here. Is this Haymarket? No, this is the Edinburgh Gateway. Alright, so that is actually a little station. Create new station. Oh, no. Create new station, please. We'll just make it a little small one. Something like 60 meters is fine. We're already at 341,000 for this build. It does seem to be considerably cheaper than... Yeah, I'm gonna tunnel this under that road. So go there, and then go to ground, and then continue on. Right, is that Murrayfield Stadium there? David Lloyd. We're getting there. We're getting into the centre. Where is Murrayfield Stadium? It's quite a fair, but there's Murrayfield Stadium. So we come down here, round here, past there. There's Haymarket there, right? So this bunch of lines here, it's actually Haymarket Station. I don't know if it's going to let me build a station in here. Right, it did. And it's got a catchment area of 4,000. Magical. Okay, right. Back to this again. Now I don't know. Yeah, I'm heading down this way. Okay, right. Continue on from this side. I'll just check quickly to make sure. There's Edinburgh Gateway. There's South Gale. There's another train joins up from like over here. Yeah, this is a train line too. So this area here where it's cut out. Do we put in? Yeah, so the train South Gale is there. And I think we maybe should, because it's going to be... These built up areas are going to be quite busy. But you go in there. Like, so there's Gale Muir, but it's South Gale apparently. It's one of those small stations that I've never stopped in before in my life, because the trains I get always are always bypassing small stations like that. Right, so then we come down to West Broome. Let's have a look. So South Gale we've just built. Actually, South Gale is there. Where's my little train station? Oh, I nailed it actually. Just before this street here. That's pretty good. Well done me. We keep going. Where's the next stop? I believe the next stop should be Haymarket. It is. Okay, let's continue. Continue on, please. Where are you going? Straight across here. Yep. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It gives me a little overpass there. Carrick now. Bowling Green. And then past the Murrayfield Stadium should be up here. Okay, maybe further on. Glendoven Park, yep. That is. Oh, right, so we're gonna need viaduct to get over this. So a little piece of viaduct. Seems like viaduct top speed is like 250, which is fine. And then, oh no, not as long as that. Right, past Murrayfield. Right, in here, this space here, there's quite a large train yard. And then we continue on to Haymarket. Now, from Haymarket, it's tunneled under here, and then it comes out here for a short spell, and then we're back in a tunnel to go to Edinburgh. But this here, right, is where Edinburgh Station is, and it's quite a large station. So we'll create a station, but we're going to create it as an underground station. We'll create it from here. Can you actually do that? Is that actually an underground station? Now, there are many platforms here, so I probably should account for that. So have like the first one, because you can see here, this is where the trains split off and go into their respective platforms. So that's basically one, Edinburgh, perfect. And then this would head out here, and then there would be a mass amount of junctions. That is actually tunnel, it should be above ground. So removeth this, please. I want that, and I want ground. Alright, now I've kinda got the hold of alright, there's that tunnel there, right? Yeah, I've kind of got the hold of the junction creation. Now it goes round here, and then we're going to need tunnel once more. Tunnel down there, and then tunnel over to Haymarket. Okay, so look, large population here, 9,000, that's really good. And then the train can continue on, but we'll have a look at it. So we'll leave Dundee, we come round past Warmit, next stop is Leuchars, which is actually named at Leuchars, that's excellent. Cooper, no, I want to rename Cooper, so I'll just name it as Cooper. Cooper, done. It then continues off, comes down here. Now I can't remember the name of this place. Oh, Springfield. Not The Simpsons Springfield, obviously, but hey ho, there are many Springfields in the world. And then it keeps on going, and then we're down here to Ladybank. Ladybank, done. Next stop, it doesn't stop at Kettlebridge, it doesn't stick Kirkfother or Muirhead. It keeps on going, but it does stop here at Markinch. Markinch. And then it stops just shortly down at Kirkcaldy, or Glenrothes as well. Right, see where this branch line is here? The train actually comes round. Thornton Station is here, right? It then goes round, comes down here, goes to Cardendon or Dundonald. It then goes through round to Lochgelly, round here to Cowdenbeath. Then where does it go? Hill of Beth, and then it sort of comes down, I think, and then it rejoins back up here. Inverkeithing or at Queen's Ferry, who knows? Yeah, over here, right? Splits off here, so it goes round in a loop, round past these places, and then it comes back to here. So Kirkcaldy Station is the next one to rename. Kirkcaldy. I spell Kirkcaldy again. Yeah, it's Caldy. Kirkcaldy. There we go. So that is done. It stops here at Kinghorn as well. Kinghorn. And then it goes to, yeah, it stops here at Burntisland. Hello? Yep. Land. There we go, done. Done and dusted. And it keeps on going and then stops here at Dalgety Bay. Dalgety Bay. Done. And then it should be... Well, that's Dalgety Bay. No, this is at the Starboard Hour. Okay. Which is confusing because near where I stay, there's a town called New Aberdour. This is Dalgety Bay. Dalgety Bay. Done. Right, we have Inverkeithing. Inverkeithing? No, Inverkeithing. Done, dusted. Jamestown doesn't stop there. It does stop here at North Queensferry though. So, North Queensferry. Done. And then stops at South Queensferry. South Queens, whoa, ferry, done. Now the next stop is, okay, do we want to add these little commuter line, these little lines here? I think I'll leave, right, possibly, these ones here, right, so the train that goes out this way, I have no idea where that actually goes. We know there is one. Oh no, it continues out that way. So yeah, we're going to have to add these stations as well. So what are these stations? Murrayfield Museum. So we've got South Gale and the other one is the Edinburgh Gateway. So this one here. Hello, hello. There we go. Edinburgh Gateway. Done. South Gale. And the next stop should be Escape. No. It should be Haymarket. Done. Is that how you spell Haymarket? We're about to find out. Haymarket, yeah. And then we're round to Edinburgh Waverley Station. Whoops, it easy. B-U-R-G-H, Edinburgh Waverley. E-Y. Oh, Waverley. Right, Edinburgh Waverley Station. We now need to create the route, or we need to build it. So let's build all blueprints. Yes, please. We're down to 307,000. Let's go to lines. Let's go to new line. Let's go add stop. So we'll go to B. Right, this may take a while, so I will come back once this line is created. Okay, so we are back in action. So I made the line that goes from Edinburgh to Dundee through some trains. on there. The station at Edinburgh is really busy. These are the 120km/h KU trains. They've been making a decent bit of money. But I also made another line, and that's the main line that goes from Edinburgh all the way up to Aberdeen. That just stops in the sort of main places. So it goes Aberdeen, Stonehaven, Montrose, Arbroath, Dundee, Leuchars, Cooper, Inverkeithing, Haymarket, and then into Edinburgh. But I don't have any passengers for it yet. As you can see, there are 200 people waiting at Edinburgh. So it's a pretty busy line. We've now got quite a fair shake of trains, but we're going to be using these ones as well to do the main line. So we've got a couple of smaller ones as well that are running that little Inverurie to Aberdeen line. But we want... now these are very fast. 320km/h, probably too fast. Maybe these Sepias will be just fine. Max passengers 280. That's just fine. The decals are all good, so let's purchase it, right? Pick a line, which is this green line, Abs to Edinburgh Waverley, and we'll watch it. Now, I think I will get maybe something like 8 of these, and I'm going to wait for the first one to get to Inverkeithing before launching the next one. So off it goes. They'll probably get stuck behind these trains because they are stopping everywhere. There's no way to get like past them really. Okay, so the first train is way past. And we'll get one at Kirkcaldy, and then it gets to St Andrews, and then the next one leaves, and then it's on its way. Yeah, I think I'll attempt to get 6 of these on the line. So purchase another one. Bring that down. That gives me this. I then click that, and we are on our merry way. So that one is off. At least it left before this one, so it should have a pretty decent clear run. And then once this one leaves, I'll let the next one go sort of behind it. So push pause. So trains, buy another one. How expensive are these? Where's your price? Ooh, their total for one unit is 14 million. That's fine. Right, purchase that. Get you moving out. Onto there. Off you go. Right, so they're heading out. Has Edinburgh still got 200 passengers? It is. Until it comes to night time, and then they will go away. There it is, crossing the 4th rail bridge. Maybe a bit too fast. Trains actually proceed over there super slowly. Right, so those 3 are on their way. The other one is heading up to Aberdeen. We shall perhaps launch the other one now. Are we actually making money? 564, 566, 567. It's going up. It is going up. Until I go and buy another train, and then it's going to go down. So pick you for that. And then we shall continue on at highish speed. So the first one is heading up. It's almost at Aberdeen. Can I actually click you? There's 128 passengers on board, so that's really good. Excellent. Now, it's nowhere near Aberdeen yet. Right, so when that one gets to Aberdeen and turns back, I'm going to launch like 3 more. We'll have something like 7 on the line. I mean, these ones here are doing just fine. 61 passengers on board. People are happy with the price. I wasn't sure. I did actually put the price up on these intercity trains. But I think it's time to get another one. So trains, new trains, purchase please. You go down there, get that on the go, and we're away. Right, so I think in the next episode we're going to have to take out another loan, but I'll possibly head up north, or I might head this line that goes across to Glasgow. That might be a thing that we do. The other train is well on its way back. So I'm going to wait for this one to get to Kirkcaldy, and then I'll launch another one more. In fact, let's just launch it now. So bring you down, pick a line, the green line, and off it goes. So there are our trains. We've managed to get one of our intercity routes from Aberdeen to Edinburgh done. The trains up in Inverness and stuff are still doing their thing, which is fine. How are you actually getting on? 28 passengers, so they're not the busiest. This one between Aberdeen, yeah, 3. We are getting on to late on at night, so I'm expecting that to go down. These guys, I think 5 is fine for this, actually. I'll leave it running for a while, let the money go up. I'm not sure if I can take loan 1 of 3, whoa, loan 2 of 3, whoa, and loan 3 of 3, ooh. So I only get like 3 loans. But yeah, we'll leave it there for that episode. Perhaps maybe slow it down a touch and watch one of these trains go through the tunnel. This one is stopped. Why are you stopped? Because you're picking up people of sorts. 0. So it's at that time of night. Or it's getting to that time of night where there ain't much people. There are 173 people waiting here. They all want to go Aberdeen. 74 want to go Edinburgh, Waverley. I don't know why this train is empty. They are perhaps taking the cheaper train, which is this one. Yeah, 200 got out, plus 5 seconds. Yeah, no one is using the expensive train, which is kind of a bummer. But hopefully the other ones will offset it. I was kind of hoping that people would just jump on it because the train is there and it's basically available. It's good to go. Yeah, Edinburgh Waverley, 82 new passengers, but no one wanted to jump on this train. It's maybe too expensive. But hey ho, we'll leave it there for that episode. Actually, I want you, right? You're going super duper slow. Like really slow. What's your current speed? Speed is 1 kilometer an hour. Whoa, and this guy shot up behind it. What's going on here? Hello, game? Is this train broken? Could be. I kind of need you to speed up because everyone's catching up to you. This one's going really slow as well. Ooh, that's weird. That's a strange thing to be happening. I'm really confused actually. Yeah, this one is screwed up as well. Why? Speed 1 kilometer an hour. Holy crap. Yeah, there's some issue here. If someone knows what that is, could they possibly let me know? Are you trying to get into the station at your allotted time? I think it is. I think it's maybe trying, right? Yeah, I think it's trying to get in because I set it to leave at like 12:30. I think it's trying to get into the station for 12:30 so it can sort of leave again. Oh no, it's fine. It just blasted off into the sunset. Now it should have a clear run. Okay, so I'm expecting this one here to do the same. It's causing havoc, really, if I'm perfectly honest. Passenger levels are going down. Can you get in and leave, please? Yeah, there it is. It's off, away. So I'm gonna not click on those trains anymore. Because it seems... No, this one's screwed up as well. This might be like tram track or something to here, but I don't think it is. Does it just go really slow through the tunnels? It can't be, because the other one shot off at like super high speed. But anyway, we shall leave it there for that episode. As always, if you did watch this and you would like to leave a like, comment or dislike, please feel free to do so. And if there is more you would like to see in the future, then hit the subscribe button. But I've been Danny Boy. This has been... what? NIMBY Rails. And I will catch you later.